Hey guys, this is Quoth, and today I want to talk to you about some items, and especially 6 of them, that will benefit to any character, especially before you get into this land of the endgame super uber gear and overpowered characters. So these 6 items are actually super good, and you will find that keeping them in your stash will be always beneficial to any of the toon that you have. So without any further introduction, let's go into this. And here are the items, so let's have a look at the first. So we'll go through the bows first. The number one really undeniable thing is the harmony bow. Whenever you find your first core rune, please make this bow. Make it in a normal bow with 4 sockets so that you don't need to invest any points into strength or dexterity. What does it give? The most important, it gives level 10 vigor aura when equipped. This is one of the best items to have on your swap when you run long distances, if you are not a teleporting character or a paladin who has vigor by itself. This item will provide you with higher mobility and really fast speed of relocating between different areas that you prefer to map. For example, if you look for Pete or let's say Mephisto without teleporting, then this is something that will really help to speed up those runs. It is a really good investment early on, so I would highly recommend to have it, and it will be useful for almost any character. Then the next bow is Edge Rune Word. It's tier Tal Am, relatively cheap. Honestly, you don't really need it early on, but a little bit later in the game when you want to maybe shop for some wands or scepters or staffs for just to improve your character, or even gamble, especially with gamble screen now has really good quality of life features. The 15% reduce all vendor prices is just incredible. This will save you a lot of gold and allow for better character optimization and more items to be bought. Make this one a little bit later whenever you plan to get into shopping or gambling. Then the next 3 items are probably already familiar to all of you, and you probably guessed it. Yeah, it is a teleport staff, or any means of teleportation. Also a great option for the swap, but maybe it's a little bit more pricey to repair them comparing to Harmony. You can use a cube recipe, I think it's an Ort rune and any gem or cheap gem to repair the charges, but still it's a very good alternative to relocate your character. It is also an inevitable thing for Summon Necro to get all your summons in place, because otherwise they won't deal as much damage and will always drag behind you, so consider buying this one. You can already shop for this one from Ormus on normal difficulty when you are level 19, so at this point you can already get one. The other 2 items that you may come across that do basically the same thing is a unique bearded axe that is spell steal. It grants 20 teleport charges, a little bit less than the teleport staff, but still a viable option. Although you have, like me, all the other charges really low, the repairment cost will be just astronomical. And the third option, probably the best one for having a teleport, is a Nudge Spazzler. This one provides you with 69 charges, which is amazing, and yeah, will keep you teleporting for a long time before you need to repair it. Alright, the next 2 items are actually also the items with charges. These are Necro ones with lower resist charges. You can have level 1 lower resist at already level 35, so the affix is of lower resistance is level 35, so you can potentially buy it in Act 4 already, but you need to be level 30 so that the merchant sells you the items of level 35. But most likely you'll be level 30, 31 at Act 5, so and there from Mala you can buy already the first one. The level 2 lower resistance charge is already item the affix level 76, so it will take you a while. You'll probably be already in a hell difficulty to buy this one. And the level 3 lower resist charges are only available on the items level 99, so it is either a wand from Baal on the hell difficulty, or whenever you have a character level 94 to shop for it. Why is this good? I mean, obviously it provides the minus resistances to all the enemies, and again for the swap it is really useful for any elemental damage dealing characters, because you can lower resistance, kill them faster, It could be a little bit tedious when you just, let's say, farm some unique monsters or boss packs, but it's pretty decent on the bosses themselves. So for Mephisto or Diablo or Bale, just casting it quickly will allow you to deal a lot more damage to them in a short amount of time. On all the other targets, I would say it's probably less useful. Also quite useful thing for the ancients. Alright, then the item number 5, or the group of items that is number 5, these are the items with plus strength gear. So again, the reason why you want to keep this in a stash is because when you are leveling up and you don't know yet what items you will find, normally you don't put a lot of points into strength. So whenever you find that cool item that you actually want to wear and will improve your build, you might be lack of strength. So this is exactly the moment when these items will come handy. And yeah, please don't look at the other stats of these rings and enemies. I just don't have any plain magic ones with this, but most important is the amount of strength they give. So here we have 7, 19, 18 strength. Also belts actually tend to spawn with plus strength attribute. So 19 here, this incredible Emmy with 28 to strength, and the other one with 29, even better. So keep all the items, all the magic items, whether charms or rings or amulets or belts, with plus strength, especially if they provide a lot of it, because you never know when you might need them, and as soon as you drop that great item that you cannot equip for the next 5 levels because you need to boost your strength, that will be a bummer. So my advice, always have at least bunch of those so you can pump up your strength to wear the item you need. And the last group of items, I think it's a no-brainer, but usually people tend to disregard those things in the early game. Those are the small charms with resists. So those with a low amount, I know everybody is perfecting and looking for 11 to resistance only, but believe me, these 7, 8, 9 and even 6 and 5 are good, especially early game, because once again, you may have gloves from the vendors that provide 35 lightning res, which is amazing, but then you find your, let's say, Frostburn or Mage Feast and they provide 0 resistances, so immediately you lack those 35 resistances. And here the assortment of different charms, even with lower amount of resistance, will come super handy to you. So never disregard them, keep them aside, and one day they will be really helpful to cover the resistance gap because you got some new items along the way to hell, or maybe farming early levels. So yeah guys, these are the items that I wanted to show you because I think they are really needed for almost every character in the game. So make sure to get them first and keep them in your shared stash because almost all the characters will benefit from them in one way or another. Hope you like it, and then see you next time. Bye!